Good morning, y'all. It's been a minute since I did a video like this. The last time it was right before the Super Bowl. This is the Super Bowl of women who are mothers, and I'm not, if there's some there aren't, hey, just lay it in your spirit and not take it personal. But anyways, I'm not personally expecting anything. Today is Saturday. It's not Mother's Day. Um, I'm actually going to be going. My mom is getting her hair braided today, um, because she's getting ready to travel up north with the northern folk. um, and so I'll be with her today for a little bit while she's getting her hair braided. Jeez, the last time I was up north, I was in elementary school. We were in Minnesota, and it wasn't cold. I don't even know if it was spring. I can't remember if it was summer. It had to have been summer. It had to have been summer. I don't know. But I ain't talking about nothing today. I got my cup of coffee. It's by this black brand that you can find at Target. Excellent with hazelnut creamer. Am I promoting? No, but I'm saying it's a good cup of coffee. Shit is fire. And then what I have here is some French toast and sausage. French toast and sausage. Some sausage. Give me some sausage. Daddy, would you like some sausages? And if you don't know where I just referenced that from, I don't know what you were doing. God, what year did that movie come out? I think it might have been in middle school. I don't know. I did a video yesterday. Oh, look at me. Let me bless my food. Bless the hands that prepared the food. Thank you for the ability to be able to make this food. May this food be nourishment for my body. I mean and Ashe and Amen. That's just me. I'm weird like that. That's just. But anyway, so like I said, I didn't want anything. Bo Bear, you better eat your dog food. I'm thinking about starting to make his dog food. Actually, brown pellets. I can't imagine. He's gonna be 10 this year, and I've tried different dog brands. Not any of the really extremely cheap ones, but I try to be mindful of what I give my dog, because dollar store brand dog food, no, not my dog. Literally the same way I would treat my kids when they were young would be the same. But I was not too extra bougie. I'll say, even personally for myself, there have been times where I had to get things personally for me at Family Dollar. I've bought clothes at Family Dollar. And to be able to look back and like, man, I had to do these things. And it's not even about what you get. It's about how you wear it, how you personally make it. You can wear a fucking $2 dress from Family Dollar. You get the right accessories, and you make it up, and it'd be like, damn, that's cute. Where you get that from, girl? You won't even believe. Got this dress from Dollar Tree. Got this belt from store in the mall. Or, whatever. Whatever. But anyways. Um, Anyway, so I'm just thinking, like, my dog is 10. He'll be 10 on the 30th. And it's like, I'm in denial that, someone said, oh, he's about to be an elder. Back in 2020, maybe 2021, I saw little white hairs around my dog's mouth, and I'm just like, no way. He's not getting old. He's not getting old. But anyway, I'm saying all this to say I'm probably going to start making his dog food. Because what the farmer can do, and just pick up what I'm putting down, what the farmer can do, I can do that too. Bo Bear, if you don't sit down, yes, I'm talking about you. Yes, I'm serious. I'm going to start making your dog food one of these days. He finally met a girl yesterday at the dog park, which I thought was interesting because she was there before we got there. And so we went on the other side, because it's two sides. It's fenced in, whatever. So it's two sides. We went on the other side. So when I noticed that, the dog left. Come here. So we went around and crossed over. No, we didn't go around. We crossed over into the bigger side of the dog park. He was running around sniffing that girl, her scent, because he's been smelling her before. He's been around her before. But this setting was a little bit more calm. So, we're sitting there, all of a sudden, the owner and the dog circle back. Hold on, let me just a second here. So anyways, yeah, so the owner and the dog circle back. And they go to the smaller side of the dog park where we initially started at. And so Bo Bear sees her. And he runs all the way to the other side of the dog park. And, kind of barks at her through the fence. But then he stops. And he's, like, trying to sniff her. And I caught her kind of tooting in. I'm just like, you little fast ass. You just met him. I know you probably been smelling his scent at the dog park. But, like, come on now. You just met him. You tooted up already. So they were kind of, she was chill. He, on the other hand, was just like thirsty as AF. Well, not as AF, but thirsty AF. I'm just like, oh my God. She's tall and skinny. He's short. He's short and he's not as long as she is. I'm like, dude, you can't get that. You cannot get that. She was a pretty girl. And she seemed like she was more interested in seeing what I was doing versus him just, frantically just, trying to sniff her, he barked at her owner. I'm just like, you can't be disrespectful to her human. Sorry, I'm reading a text message just came in. But yeah, he kind of barked at her human. Because he was just checking on her. Because Bo was kind of yapping at her a little bit. I thought it was cute. Y'all have no idea. Like, I just wanted it to be gray and overcast today, and me just laying in bed all day, even though I know that was not going to happen with what I have going on. Anyway, so I did a video yesterday. I don't know if I talked about this already or was trying to touch on it. I did a video yesterday. I'm not going to get too much into it because I don't even know if I'm going to post it. I don't even know if I'm going to post this. No, I just feel like talking. Sometimes, and I've said before, sometimes I just need to talk. And then I don't need to post. So, I don't know. But But anyways, I did a video yesterday, and it just kind of touches more on what I was talking about this past weekend. And you know, I know the difference between being just a hard ass and just simply saying, you know what, best of luck to you, but I want no parts of this. Protecting my energy and my peace and my heart is priority to me. I ain't got time to be just squandering, you know, my good heart and the time that I would take out to make sure you're good, make sure you're okay, advocate for you, and be all about the rah rah. And that's how a situation, it made me think of my daughter. I think all my kids are like that, but specifically my eldest daughter. She was like, yeah, I don't, it takes a lot for me to get upset. In this one particular situation, she was in middle school. And my daughter's name, I want to say it's unique, but it's not, but it's unique. And it just so happens that there's another girl she's new to this school, by the way. This is middle school. So they just, another girl happened to have her same name. So, but rumors was going around about this girl. Or I might be getting the story mixed up. But either rumor was going on about this girl or this girl was spreading rumors about my daughter. It was 10:30. Fuck, it's 10:30. My 10:30, this thing's set to vibrate. 10:30 is supposed to wake me up. 10:30, sorry, just going off on a tangent. 10:30 for me. If I don't have anything going on, 10:30 is the latest that I will stay in bed, whether I'm awake or not. And then after that, it's get up. You got to go do something with your life. Whether it's, you just getting up, putting clothes on, and then sitting on the couch. I got to do something. But anyways, off that. So my daughter, she got tired of it. She wasn't paying no attention, whatever. But the rumor was reputation changing, and my daughter, being new to the school, she didn't really care about, people like that. People are going to be, when you're new somewhere, people are going to treat you however they're going to treat you until, oh, okay, you're here, all right, you're a regular person or not, I don't know. Anyway, so she caught this girl in the hallway and gave her the work. Where was I going with this? Gave this girl the work. And I believe that was probably, anyways, all that to say, it took a lot for her to get there. And honestly, that's, what I'm doing now. Like, I ain't got time to start on 10 for the ones that I care a lot about. Now, if you my kid, it's a different story. It's a different story. But even then, I still it's levels to this shit. It's levels to this shit. I don't have that kind of time to be just adult. Also, with that being said, I don't know if I've already said this already, or maybe it's something I just realized within myself, but I feel like I'm starting to settle into my age. I don't know what it is. Like, even in my 30s, I still felt a youthfulness, in just how I thought of myself, how I think of myself. And I still was, you know, even though I'm in my 30s, I'm like, yeah, like I still feel like I'm not in my 30s. I can't explain it. If you know what I'm talking about, then you know what I'm talking about. If you know, you know. If you don't, I don't know how to explain it. But it's like here very recently that shut off. And now I look at myself in my life in the lenses of someone who is mature. I'm not saying I was immature. I just, again, if you're following me because you understand what I'm talking about, then you just understand what I'm talking about. If you don't, I'm sorry. I don't know how to explain it to you. But anyways, like me with that, I still feel so young. Like, I cannot believe this. Now it's, you grown. You're mature. You're 40. You know, it's certain things, you know, hey, you got to tighten up on it. You know, you got to approach differently. You got to think differently. You have to act different. And this is just maybe, and I'm not saying I have to do these things, but it just feels different to me now. Life feels different to me now. You know, I read all these years like, oh yeah, 40 is about to be my new 20s. And then it was, no, your 20s were your 20s. Your 40s is your 40s. And my God, like, I feel like what makes this even better is, I mean, I love my kids. You know, I'm getting ready. It's empty nest. So my life is starting to open up. And I'm ready to just explore things and about myself and just life. And I don't know, I guess I just didn't have that 10, 20 years ago. Shit. 20 years ago. I'm fucking 40. 20 years ago. God. I remember when my mom used to be like, yeah, she would say something like that when I was a kid. I'm just like, God, that seems so long ago. Dang. And now I'm looking at my life like that. But again, today, like I said, I didn't want none. I'm just talking. That's even if I post this. The last few weeks, I've been wanting to put nails on. I ain't got no nails on. But then again, my skin around my fingertips are kind of peeling. So I just wanted to make sure everything was good and healed before I stick a nail on. Because I'm trying to be like it was. But it was a hangnail. Like, I got a hangnail right here. But it had gotten infected. I had to go to the hospital, get my finger cut open, and so yeah, I would love to put some nails on. I'm still thinking about it. I don't know, but a little piece of skin right here I just needed to heal, because I hate having nails on and my fingers hurt. Okay, well, I gotta catch y'all later.